Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Zaria Arden is here, and welcome to our next subject. Today is July 2nd of 2019, and we have another subject today we're going to talk about, and that is your soul contract. So let's come in. We got a lot to talk about. I Facebook family know that we are on. And let me see if I can share this out first of all. My kind of like stream is a little bit slow, and I'm hoping that you guys can see me. Hold on a second. All right, so hopefully we shared it out. Hey, hi Nancy, Rose, Jill. Hello, you guys. So, how is everybody today? What is happening? July 2nd, happy July 2nd. And I know my stream is a little weird. It feels like it's slow, so I don't know how it is for you guys, but for me it's a little slow. So we're gonna figure out how to do that. Okay. So today is a very touchy subject. We kind of like touched up on it a little bit yesterday, but we're going to talk about soul contracts and how to mend soul contracts. What are those soul contracts about? Why are we all twirled up in that soul contract? The types of it and how to get out of it. You guys know that during private reading, I do talk about blockages. Those are your soul contracts. If there are any ones that needs to be mended, that's what we mend during the private reading. But the most important thing to know about soul contract is that that's something that we got ourselves into before we came down in our bodies. And we already discussed that a million times, but I will repeat that what soul contract is. So before we come down in our physical body, we up there, it kind of like touches up a little bit on the subject yesterday that we talked about life after death, that before we come down to repay our karma, to repay our and learn our life lessons, we need to create a plan of what is it exactly that we need to learn in this lifetime or any other lifetime we decide to go into, and how to fix our mistakes made previously from a previous lifetime. So that's what a soul contract is. It could be different ones. It could be a financial soul contract. It could be a soulmate soul contract, whatever. Hi Sherry, how are you? I'm like, sea salt. Who's sea salt? How is everything? So there are different soul contracts that we fall under, and again, it's based on what is it that we need to learn in this lifetime, and what do we need to correct in this lifetime. Our soul contracts could be beautiful. Our soul contracts could be fulfilling. They could be the most rewarding things that we ever wrote out for ourselves. It could be the ones that we, each soul contract that we go through is to help us develop, to help us grow, to help us transform ourselves from where we were before into now. And remember, the more soul grows, the more it gets higher to God, right? We just keep on moving onto these. And we also learn how to access the unconditional love. And unconditional love is obviously love to God. That is the 7 spiritual laws that we talked about, that I mentioned yesterday. We can go over that again. That was the first video on YouTube. I know it was like half of me on that YouTube, but hey, but we can go over that again some other time. But the 7th law of spirituality is law of Dharma, and that is law of Dharma for us to learn at the end of our contract and throughout our soul contract. Through our soul contract is how to achieve that love and light to God, right? It's self-discovery, it's self-teaching, is transformation, transforming our souls from one level to another. The more lifetimes you go through, the higher your vibrations are. That's why a lot of us sometimes will say, oh my God, he or she is so immature. Well, that's because they're a new soul that came into this life and they haven't learned anything from previous ones. But for those who've been here life and life over and after, you'll see that it's a mature soul, a person that already knows what they're talking about, but they're here to learn some more, right? But unfortunately, soul contracts could be as well as painful blocks. And those blockages that exactly we're talking about during a private reading. What are those blockages? About is according to a person and during their reading that we discuss. When the soul contract is on your way, when it's blocking you, it's basically stopping everything. And why is it blocking you? Because we as human beings, we can't figure out how to go about it. We just keep on twirling in a vicious circle over and over and over again. And sometimes like, oh my God, I just came out from the darkness into the light, and here I go again. Okay, that's because we haven't learned of what we were supposed to learn from our previous soul contract and for what we're supposed to do now. A lot of times we're also done with our soul contract, but we don't know how to get out of it. So that becomes another vicious circle of over and over again, doing the same thing over. Like your life cannot get onto the right path because we keep on getting stuck in the same thing we just talked about, right? In your soul contract. It could be very disheartening if we keep on trying to do the same thing over and try to get out of our soul contract, especially when it comes to finances and love and stuff like that, our earthly needs, right? But the main point of the soul contract as well is to realize that we are not earthly. We are children of God. So our point is to let of all, hi Pratima, how are you? Is to let all unnecessary earthly needs go as far as finances and love, and focus only on that law of Dharma that we mentioned before, is self-discovery and self-growth. Now, there are 5 soul contracts that I want to talk about. Their most common soul contracts, something that we all get ourselves into. That we all get ourselves into. And the first one, we all resonate with one or the other. So our task, our job is to identify which one that is. If it's hard to identify, then again, during a private reading, I will tell you what your soul contract is, or what your blockages are, and what you need to do. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't take it serious. Oh, that just blockage. Let me focus on the other thing. No, it is very important to know. And there is a reason why I start off the reading from your blockages, from your contract. So the first soul contract, and if you guys want to write this down for yourself, please do. But you'll see where you're falling, or what category you're falling under. But the first soul contract is called contract of martyrdom. That's right, contract of martyrdom. This is the contract when we find ourselves a hard time for us to say no. We always say yes. We're always yesing people to death. Yes, I'll do this. Yes, I'll do that. Of course, we are the givers. We give everything to everybody, but we don't leave enough for ourselves, or we don't take enough for ourselves. We put our own desires to the side to help other people. We're just totally pushing it away. And you guys know that, first of all, I say, well, it is a lack of self-love right there. That's one way to get out of the soul contract, is to focus on your self-love and realize that you should be yesing to everybody, that we should have some kind of like rules with other people, that no, it's time for me. So soul contract of martyrdom is basically saying yes to everything and everybody, feeling guilty about doing things for yourself, but focusing on other people and trying to make other people happy, not even realizing that you are, or knowing that you are making yourself miserable, but you still want to make other people happy. Usually people with those soul contracts, they feel frustrated with their own life, right? Because it becomes like, but why can't I be happy? Why do I always, well, we talk why I always make other people happy, but we don't make changes within ourselves to stop that, right? Because it becomes like, I have to. I'm not me if I don't make other people happy. When we start making those changes, the self-love changes, and we start creating boundaries with other people, people start calling us selfish. Okay. Why? Because we got everybody. Hi, Angelica. How are you? Hi, Lauren. Why? Because we got people used to us doing everything for them. We got people used to catering to them and making them happy that first. But when it comes to us, it's to the side. So the moment you start focusing on you and starting doing for yourself, all of a sudden you're being called selfish. That's okay. It should be like that. Who will want, what kind of person will want to have everything done for themselves and then all of a sudden have it cut off and will not call you selfish? Of course they will. So your job would be is to learn how to love yourself. That's why I said self-love is the basic for every soul contract to break, because you have to come within. You have to start healing within yourself before you can heal anything else. That's that law of Dharma. Self-love is that law of Dharma. We cannot make people happy, everybody, and we shouldn't be making everybody happy. That is not the point of us being down here. The point is to learn how to make ourselves happy first, how to grow, how to. Oh, my video is very, very slow. Holy smokes. And I think my battery is dying. 1 second. Let me plug in my battery. Hold on. Oh, we're going to disappear in 5 seconds. So hold on, you guys. We're plugging in. We're plugging in. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Now I know we're not going to disappear. Maybe that's why I'm going slow too. Okay. So, we have to make decisions. We have to be able to make that decision, especially those under soul contract of martyrdom, is to self-love. Okay, so self-love is very important to break this particular soul contract. The next one is soul contract of loyalty. That's a big one because a lot of us feel the need to be loyal to people even when they are not loyal to us, right? Oh, I'm a loyal friend, or I'm a loyal wife, or I'm a loyal this, I'm a loyal that. Good. But are those people loyal to you? Okay, so soul contract of being of loyalty. Oh, let me just go back to martyrdom. The reason, why do you think the reason in this lifetime you cannot say no to everybody? It's always yes, yes, yes. Well, because in a previous lifetime you've said too many no's. Okay, you've said too many no's. You never help people out. You were as selfish as you possibly can. So that's why in this lifetime, when you focus doing everything for everybody makes you feel good, but it exhausts you. So that's not the part of that you should be focusing on soul soul contract of martyrdom. It's for you to find a balance between, again, self-love and between saying yes and no to other people. Okay, so soul contract of your loyalty are the ones that will stand by their friends, lovers, family, no matter what, no matter how hard they pressing you down, no matter how hard a horrible relationship you have with a person, you will feel that you need to stay loyal with a person. Well, number one, that's because in a previous lifetime you had no loyalty. Okay, so in this lifetime, while you twirled yourself up in this soul contract of loyalty, you need to find a balance, who you really need to be loyal to and who you're not. But the reason we again, you're staying loyal, or the soul contract of loyalty, is because you never were loyal to anybody. So now we need to find that balance. We always yesing. Again, this is not a contract of martyrdom. This is contract of loyalty. But for example, if somebody will ask you, do this, and you'll be saying, no, I have no choice because that's my boss, or I have no choice because that's my partner, or I have no choice because that's my friend. We all have a choice. Yes, we do. So having that choice and realizing you actually have that choice, that you don't have to stay loyal to people, and it's not about betrayal, because betrayal goes under a different level here, but it's not being loyal to people that are either planning to cause you harm, or you feel that you need to get out of it because you're not happy there, but you feel that you have to be there. You don't have to be there. Okay. I, at some point of my life, felt as well that I have to be loyal to certain people. But guess what? There was absolutely no loyalty in return. So, learning how to get out of this soul contract. Hi, Marlene. How are you? Learning how to get out of the loyalty soul contract is, again, everything based is on self love. Once you learn how to love yourself and how to do you first, every soul contract is going to start falling back a little bit. And then you're going to figure out, oh, wait a minute. I was loyal to the wrong people. Wait a minute. I was yesing the wrong people. My job and my task here was to learn how to love myself first and how to bring that love and light in me. The next soul contract is the soul contract of loneliness. And soul contract of loneliness is probably the most difficult one to get over because that's an emotional attachment that we put ourselves through lifetimes and lifetimes. And that's a hard one to get out because it falls with that soulmate and with the lack of love and loving the wrong one. This is a very hard one to deal with. Hi, Demara. How are you? This is the very difficult one to break, but it is possible. Okay. Why? Because it's all here working with our ego. Okay. Our human ego is saying, but I'm hurt, but I didn't get who I want, but I didn't get what I want. Awesome, Tracy. So love soul contract or loneliness soul contract is very difficult to break because it is all based on your emotions. And you really, really need to put that boundary in between you and the one that you are after to say, no, this is not for me, or no, this is not good enough, and stuff like that. But again, this is all done during the private reading, and I will tell you guys how to get out of it. Meditation works wonders because we as human beings have a hard time not listening to our human mind. We have a habit of overthinking and self-sabotaging ourselves. But soul contract of loneliness is based off, like I said, on that soulmate contract. And the reason is we have a hard time in this lifetime with the love and finding a soulmate and feeling lonely all the time. Even if we are with someone, but it still feels that we are lonely. We still feel that we are not complete. Well, why? Part of it because in the previous lifetimes you were a heartbreaker. You broke everybody's heart and you didn't care about it. So now in this lifetime, your task is to learn how to cherish that love, how to love, how to be the one loyal to love, how to be the one, how to cherish that love. So that's what that soul contract of loyalty is. Of loneliness is finding that soulmate, the correct soulmate, and not going through heartbreak because you were a heartbreaker before. So now you need to learn how to cherish that love. Especially with love, we're gonna, when we're lonely, right, we're gonna go on every date, we're gonna try everybody, we're gonna do, not realizing what kind of damage we're actually doing to ourselves by going through all of this because we keep on putting ourselves in that emotional strain. We met somebody online, oh yes, a great guy or a great woman, all that, boom goes disappointment. Next, and then we go next until we feel that that's how we're supposed to find our soulmate and not be lonely. No, that's not how we find our soulmate. Our soulmate will find us. Okay. So this is the time again to focus on you. There is a lot of you that message me and say, but I want this person, but I want him, but I want her. Relax. Take a deep breath. That person might not be for you. We're chasing somebody that might not even be, but we are emotionally attached because we have that soul contract of loneliness and we feel that it has to be ours. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Not everybody in your life that meant to be in your life. Not everybody in your life that's supposed to be in your life. People come into our lifetimes, remember, to teach us lessons, for us to take what we need to take from that lesson and move forward until the right one comes around. While releasing the soul contract, we really need to, like I said, focus on ourselves first. Any soul contract comes with self-love. Anything. This is how you're going to start, and this is how you're going to start breaking and mending your soul contracts, but focusing on that self-love. But again, not everybody, or it will be hard for everybody to do so, because our human mind is saying, well, you know what? I like being miserable. I like being where I am because this is what I'm used to. Okay, when we start breaking ourselves out of the shell, we might lose people, we might change our lives, we might this, and not everybody is prepared to lose people. We should be all right. So this is, you served purpose in my life. Okay, great. Now time for you to go. Next, you serve the purpose in my life. Okay, you stay with me. Fantastic. If not, time for you to go. Let's release that human necessity and human need of holding on to something or somebody that doesn't belong in our life. Okay, whatever belongs in our life and whoever belongs in our life will stay. Remember, we have the power to change our life within snap of the fingers. The next one is the soul contract of anxiety. And soul contract of anxiety, oh boy, how many self-sabotages do we have in here? A lot of self-sabotages, right? Anxiety. We give ourselves extra anxiety about worrying about things. Why? Well, that's part of it, because in a previous lifetime, you didn't care about nothing. You were like, what? Worry about? What am I worried about? You took it to extreme there. Now you're taking it to extreme here. So your soul contract of anxiety would be learn how to release and how not to worry about things. Knowing again that everything happens for a reason. By self-sabotaging, we're not doing any justice to ourselves or to anybody around us, because we are creating this whirlpool of negative energy that keeps on twirling and twirling and twirling around us. And the next thing you know is Kansas, here we go, right? Click your heels. We got to go back home. A lot of anxiety comes from the lack of our earthly needs, lack of money, lack of love. Do you see how all of this is intertwined, where everything still has to come to where it needs to be, is within? Okay, even that anxiety comes from within. If only you learn how to take a deep breath and say, I'm going to learn how to balance my happiness and my anxiety. I need to learn that nothing in this world is set. The reality should be changed. It will be changed in the snap of the fingers, only if I want to. Okay? But we all should want to change our reality. Why wouldn't we? Anything could be changed by us. This is not my life. This is not what I signed up for. But we can't just do that and not doing anything about it. So once you made that decision to change your life and to change your soul contract, now you have to take appropriate steps. It is easier to say, oh, this didn't work for me. All right, well, I guess it didn't work for you. But a little bit of work, a little bit of persistence. Hi, Tanya, how are you? Carlos, hello. A little bit of persistence, and that will get you out of any soul contract. Remember, this is not a reality. We're in a big play where we're playing out the roles under the script that we wrote. So guess what? If I want my script to go a little bit to the left, or we're making a left. If I want my soul contract to go a little to the right, we go into the right. Nothing is written in stone. You wrote it on a paper, on a parchment, however you want to call it. Okay, but everything is changeable. You are orchestrating your own life. So by you getting out of your soul contract of anxiety is learning how to stop self-sabotaging yourself, how to cool your jets, cool your mind, knowing that, okay, so I can pay this bill today. All right, cool. I'll pay it next time. Money is not going to go anywhere from you. How you focus on money, that's what you're going to get. As simple as that. The more you worry and the more you throw yourself into anxiety, the more lack of things you're going to have. We can't be replacing things to worry about one after another. Okay, it has to be a peaceful state of mind. Peaceful state of mind is achieved by meditating, by lack of judgment, by self-love, by understanding that you are a soul in your body, that this is just a play. This is just a fantasy. This is not a reality. A fantasy could be changed at any minute. It's like a dream. Wake yourself up. Come on. Let's go. Wake up. Absolutely. Let's stop worrying about life, for crying out loud. This is only temporary to begin with. Okay. But in order for us to get out of these soul contracts, we have to make an appropriate step so we can. So in the next lifetime, we don't have to fall through and fall under with the same soul contract. We got to keep it moving. We have to keep it moving. Remember, we cannot claim something that was not meant to be ours, whether it's a person or it's a thing. If we keep on chasing something or somebody that's not meant to be ours in this lifetime, keep on chasing it. Good luck. Thought. Okay. Some of you want to hear things, or should I say, as a human being, we want to hear things that we want to hear, right? So if we hear something else, all of a sudden we get mad and we get angry. Oh my God, but why is that so? Deep breath. Remember, deep breath opens up your heart chakra, releases all your negative energy, and cool, get back yourself to where you're supposed to be. Without anxiety, without feeling lonely. Practice, 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 practice. Nothing is achieved only by wanting to do things. You actually have to do those things. All right. So now that we covered 4 different contracts with soul contract of martyrdom, soul contract of loyalty, soul contract of loneliness, soul contract of anxiety. Aren't we all falling under that? Mm-hmm. That's right, Marlene. That's right. One step at a time. Listen, you can try 2 days. You can try 3 months. You can try 3 years and not achieve what you need to achieve. But the point is trying. For those who really want to achieve and get out of where they need to get out of their soul contract and move forward with the life the way, should I say, rewrite or add something exciting and new to your soul contract, all of that is possible. So let's stop being human beings. Let's be our souls and our bodies and actually have the ability to move forward or what we need to move forward with. All right. And the last one, soul contract, is soul contract of rocking the boat. Oh, yeah, we're rocking the boat, baby. Rocking the boat is for those who march under their own drum, who basically do their own thing without being taken into consideration what other people think. Okay, so you kind of like don't care of what your life is. For change the past, but I can't fix the future. That's right, Carlos. That is correct. That is correct. Past is gone. So the soul contract of rocking the boat is the person that marches to their own drum without being considerate about everybody else. Yes, we are here to execute our own contracts and learn our own mistakes. However, it has to be into consideration with others. Because remember, when we are up there and we are ready to come back down and we're sitting there with elders and ancestors and writing out and looking at our life, okay, and saying, oh my God, I didn't think that this would hurt somebody, or I didn't think that this is what I did because that didn't make me feel bad. Remember, everything we watch up there, our life is being rewind. Our life is in that line of tapestry. Remember all of that, right? In the library, it's all up there. So there is nothing that you do here is not already recorded or watched. Okay, I'm just saying. So make sure when you are twirled into the soul contract of rocking the boat that you are considerate of other people. And before you make a decision now, a smart decision, or should I say considerable decision about everybody else, that you actually, yes, putting yourself first, but at the same time, will this hurt somebody? Be considerate about other people. And yes, still drum to your own, march to your own drum, but find the music that will make everybody else happy around you as well. This is also about taking risks. This is also about taking those leaps of faith when we have to. Okay, marching to your own drum is not necessarily being a leap of faith taker or a procrastinator or stuff like that. So this is to find the balance between you and your own life, how fast you want your life to move, what you want your life to be, being considerate about everybody else. And harm none, absolutely not. Harm none. I always said, I'm not afraid, like the Bible teaches us that God will come and punish you and all that. But remember, you always watched. Remember that you are always, whatever you do in this lifetime will karmically come back to you to fix it in the next lifetime. And you don't want to be fixing something that you've done so horrible. So be aware of your life. Be aware of what choices you make. If you made a mistake, correct it. If you want to do something, think about it as not as the human that you're going to overthink and self-sabotage yourself, but think about it as a soul in your body. Or how would your higher self do things? But in order for us to get to that higher self, we actually have to learn how to be higher self. So 5 soul contracts. When we remember, soul contract of martyrdom is the ones that cannot say no, they always say yes. Soul contracts of loyalty is the ones that no matter through hell and high water, they'll be loyal to the person even when they're not worth it. So contract of loneliness is getting twirled up and searching for your soulmate your whole life rather than letting universe deliver the soulmate to you. Okay. So contract of anxiety is for those self-sabotagers, and soul contract of rocking the boat. So these are the 5 main soul contracts that we are all twirled into. And some of us can have only one, some of us might have all 5. So it's a lot of work. That's why when I do full readings, I do 5 soul contracts or 5 blockages that we need to work on. And I explain to you, but it is so important for you guys to really focus, but no, not even focus, to have a desire to fix your soul contracts and get your life in order and in a better direction, rather than saying, oh, it's just my life sucks. Well, it will suck if you say so. It's totally up to you. Totally your decision of how you want to live your life. Once we break the soul contracts, once we learn how to get out of the soul contracts and we'll release, we begin to open up. We'll really open everything new. And you'll see the moment you start focusing on that self-love, on meditation, on looking, training your brain and practicing with the positive affirmations. Yes, thank you, God, for waking me up. It's going to be a great day. It has to be done daily. It cannot be done just on Monday. Oh my God, I forgot on Tuesday. No. Practice your mind to do it every single day. It is so important to have that positivity. Why? You guys know the example I always show. You'll know low vibration here, and we need to achieve that higher vibration. So even in the worst day, when we keep on saying the positive affirmation, it still works. And it works even better because here we are struggling against something negative that definitely will get us out in a positive. That's right, Damara. That's why I say just because they're blood don't mean they need to stay blood. Just because the people are put in your life, that's because you need to learn a lesson with that person. Just because they're family, they don't have to stay in your life. I put my blocks in my family 20 something years ago. And it had to be done that way. Was it an easy choice? No, it was not. But I knew that it had to be done that way. Otherwise, I'll be twirled in something that I didn't want to deal. Other people in my lifetime that came, taught me lesson, a harsh lesson or a good lesson left, yes. And there were times that I didn't want to let the person go. But I knew it had to be done that way. So by me saying, all right, thank you for teaching me that lesson, and we'll move forward and we'll meet again sometime. Okay. You have to put it in your mind that you'll meet again sometime, because everybody and everything is intertwined in this beautiful tapestry that's up there. We are all intertwined. So even if I didn't see you this lifetime, you better bet I'll see you next lifetime. Sooner or later, we will meet again. Okay. When we master our own awareness portion, that's awareness, that's connected to our higher self. Yes, we need 5 minutes of the day to ourselves where we'll really say, I'm a soul in my body. I am higher to what my mind is telling me to do. How do we achieve that? Again, by practicing and meditating and connecting with our own self. That's another subject we're going to talk about. That's a long subject of meditation. There is different kinds of meditation. There's 11 different types of meditation for that, for for all we're concerned about, right? But there is a most simple one, is guided meditation on YouTube. Hello, we're on YouTube, that everybody can find and start. But please be persistent. Please make it 5 minutes out of your day to start practicing. I also get a lot of questions, but when am I going to feel this? It could be a day from now, could be a year from now. But you asking me when are you going to feel this is not going to make it feel any better. It's how fast you want it to happen. A lot of people is not patient. So get that patience going, start learning. Okay. Our point in this lifetime is to move into a new age, that we are already in that new age. We're coming down to the end of the new age where we will be in the new era. So let's get that going so we don't get stuck beyond the veil, if you want to put it that way. Okay. There is no right or wrong decisions when we fix our soul contracts. There is none. What right decision is that you want to fix your soul contract, that you want to get out of it. Is the wrong decision that you might not want how to get out of it, or you don't know what your soul contract is? Possibly, but there is no right or wrong decisions, because we all learn on our mistakes. So even if you fail the first time, there's always a second time that you can get up and go. That's why I always say it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to fall off the boat today and get up and go tomorrow and do the same thing tomorrow. Don't label yourself as a failure. Don't label yourself as I can't. Remember, it's not that I can't. It's how can I fix my problems? How can I get out all my soul contracts? How can I get my life better? Not that I can't. The moment you say I can't, what happens? The wall goes up. Okay, the big wall goes up, and then we have to chip off all the I can'ts and I can'ts and I can'ts and I can'ts in order for us to break down that whole wall. So don't put the wall in front of yourself. Make sure that you work on a plan of how can you achieve the best of you and get out of your soul contracts. Anybody has any questions before we say goodbye? Tomorrow I might do another subject. I'm gonna think. I mean, there's a lot of subject to talk about, but I just have to think of a time frame of what I have tomorrow. And again, please join me on Facebook for those who are just watching me on YouTube and don't know what my Facebook is. It's West Emerald Zodia Z Arden. As well, please sign up to my channel, subscribe, like, share, and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. That's right, Pratima. I can. I will. Go ahead, Jill. Go ahead, my love. Marlene, absolutely. Once we come to that reality that we are able to block the negativity in our mind and move forward with only positive, that becomes the moment when you wake up and you have nothing to worry about. You know, that's the best moment ever. Loneliness construct, does it person feel like they don't belong here? Nope. That's different. Jill, that's different. Loneliness contract usually falls with the love. Okay. The fact that you feel that you don't belong here is because you're a light worker. Okay. I've given, and that was, you probably were not on my page yet, because this is my third Facebook page, right, that I'm on. But I was given an example. I was telling you guys the story of what light workers are. Maybe that's a good subject to talk about next time. Well, who are light workers, who are earth angels and stuff like that. But hey, Vina, how are you? But the sense of not belonging here, that's because your soul is higher than a human being, should I say. You're on a different level, and you know you don't belong here. I will never forget when I was driving to work one time and I felt so lonely. It's not because I wasn't in relationship or anything. No, I felt that I didn't belong here. I wanted to go home. I just wanted to go home. And I always told my son that Ukraine is not my home. This is not my home. I'm just here. I'm here to do my mission. I'm here to complete my mission, and I'm to leave. Okay. So that moment when I was driving to work, I was crying hysterical. And I just came, I want to go home. Okay, that's the soul contract of loneliness. I'm sorry, that has nothing to do with the soul contract of loneliness. That's the fact that you are vibrating on a higher level than a regular human being is, or should I say, a soul is. You are here, and people, souls that are not awakened yet, are here. So that's the fact that you feel that you don't belong here. That's one of the signs that you're the light worker, that you have a higher mission in your life rather than just learning your life lessons. Okay. Can you go through multiple contracts? Yes, Angelica, absolutely. You can go through multiple contracts at once. And that's why, like I said, during the private reading, I do 5 blockages. And I will tell you what your soul contracts are, what your blockages are. So, yes, if you've done very bad in your previous lifetime, you'll be intertwined in multiple soul contracts in this lifetime. But again, the most important thing is that they could be broken. It takes a little bit of time, it takes patience, it takes practice, but they could be mended and fixed as you desire them to be. Felt that I want home, don't know. Oh, why? I'll tell you where home is. Home is there. Home is in our realm, and we're going to talk about, well, maybe that's another subject we'll talk about. The next subject will be about our realm, about the hierarchy up there, God and cherubims and all that. There's different levels and stuff that we need to know, especially for those who are awakening and for our souls to know where we're going after death, right? So that's going to be a part of that subject as well. But yeah, home is not here. Home is not earth. Why? Because now we are not earthly beings. We're here just to experiment, kind of that way. Play out a video game, if you shall. All right. Great, Vina. Awesome. Fantastic. Don't forget, tonight I'm doing a money spell. The reason I'm doing it money spell on Tuesday, well, for spell work, Tuesday is another prosperous day to do for prosperity and business and money. Thursday is July 4th. I know you guys are going to be partying. I don't have to do it today, but I don't want to break the chain of since we do it every week. So for those who want to join me, please join me. I think it's 9 p.m. I wrote, or 9:30 p.m. Eastern for money spell, and then I might do some readings later. So all right, you guys, it was pleasure. It was fun as always. Share, subscribe, and like my video. Let's spread love and light. Jill, no, honey, that's because you're a higher being and now you need to learn what your mission is. Remember, I do spiritual guidance and I do as well teaching. Okay, love and light to you all. I will see you guys later on Facebook.